Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Luke Ness Monster, and today we are going to be reviewing the Star Wars The Black Series Attack the Clones Phase 1 Clone Trooper. Yeah, so first up, of course, we do have the title on the box looking really nice, and we can see the Clone Trooper through the window there. Of course, has the Black Series logo at the top. Flipping over to the side, we do have the amazing artwork of the Phase 1 Clone Trooper there. I love the reddish Attack of the Clone style box color for this. And we do have a little bit of Geonosis in the background with some like the little mountains and then the gunship at the top there looking really, really nice. Continuing to go around, we do have, of course, the same image right there looking really nice. And then we do have the bio. You can pause and read it if you would like to. It is number 2 in the Attack the Clones line, number 1 being the Clone Lieutenant. And not much going on this side. So let's crack this sucker open and see what he looks like. Real quick before we do open this, one thing I did notice is this is actually the Clone Wars style gunship on the box of the Episode 2 figure, which is really weird. So you think it'd be an Episode 2 style gunship, but instead it is a Clone Wars Episode 3 style. So yeah, really interesting. Anyway, we are just gonna crack this guy open. And I know everybody gets mad at me for opening it from the top, but it really isn't that much more work. I know it's less tape on the bottom, but it really isn't that much more work. And I'm going to say that every time I open it, because I get comments about it every time I open figures. So there we go. So we do have the Phase 1 Trooper out of the bubble, and he is looking really nice, I do have to say. I absolutely do love this Phase 1 clone body on the newer style body rather than the older one. I know there are some controversial things about it, but I do kind of want to do like a little bit of a comparison between this one and the Phase 2 version, which is the older body, and, you know, kind of do the pros and cons of each a little bit. You know, make it a little bit more than just a review, but yeah, I do really like that newer clone body, and let's just go and get into why. So, getting into articulation, this guy's articulation is so much better than the older clone. You can get a very good, like, 45 degrees on his arm there, which is just really impossible with the old clone. For example, with the older clone, you can barely get it up to 90. So, yeah, I do like the arm articulation on this much better. Another reason, you can actually lift his arm up like this, and the shoulder pad will actually go up over onto the shoulder there, so he can T-pose, I guess, if you wanted him to, comparing to the... he is having a little bit trouble standing up, and I will get into that in a little bit. But, you know, this guy, he can't do that. That's about as far out as his arm will go. So, you know, a few things like that where just the updated articulation is so much better. Continuing with that, arms go all the way around. Head can go pretty much all the way around as well. It does have crunch and pretty much on a ball on the torso there. It can spin all the way around, I guess, if you really wanted it to. Wrists, it does have a vertical hinge on the right wrist and a horizontal on the left wrist. Moving on down to the legs there. One thing I do like about this is you can kick up. Obviously, it is a little weird because the leg piece does go over to the side rather than going like straight out. But what you can do now is twist this and have like a kneeling pose, I guess, if you wanted to. One weird thing is the knee pad is actually over on that leg, so it does look a little weird with that. But I mean, if you really wanted to, you could get him into a pretty solid kneeling pose, which is you know, pretty cool, something that we definitely cannot do on the older clone. And what I mean by that is, you know, you kick this guy's leg out like this and you go put it down, it's like kind of sideways, you know, and it's not like a normal. Obviously you can try to stretch it and it looks decent, but it's still a little sideways, and that's because it doesn't have the twist here at the knee. It's a double jointed knee, so it doesn't have this twist here that allows it to, you know, look half decent. And that's actually another reason why I do like the newer clone as well. They both can get about the exact same kick back with their knee whenever this one's double jointed and this one's single jointed. So, you know, this double joint doesn't do very much. And another thing I like about it is this has pins, right? Those pins don't look very good on the arms, same up on the arms and legs, where this one is a pinless look. It has 0 pins, and it looks super good, super clean. Another thing I like about it. And then the other, like, biggest complaint about this guy is the elbows. Whenever you go and move the elbows, it actually squishes the strap for the elbow pad there. And while I haven't seen it at all happen, people are worried that it will actually bend and snap this little strap that goes across there, and I definitely see how that is a possibility. That definitely could happen, and that is a problem, but I've never had it happen, and unless you're like constantly doing this with your clone trooper, I don't see it like being a super huge problem. But it definitely is one, and hopefully Hasbro finds a way to fix that in the future. First up for comparisons, we do have the Phase 1 Trooper next to the Phase 2 Trooper, of course, the two that have been mainly featured in this video so far. I think they look great together. Of course, I do prefer that newer body, but the Phase 2 Trooper still does look really cool. I really hope we do get the Phase 2 Trooper on that Phase 1 body eventually, though. Next up is actually the Clone Commander, which is only other Phase 1 Trooper that I have. They do have other Phase 1 Troopers in the Black Series, but this is the only one that I have. And it actually, they just look really good together. Cannot complain. That yellow looks great. I just wish, like I said, that Clone Commander was on that newer body. So hopefully they do repaint this one in the future, hopefully for the 20th anniversary Attack the Clones, but who knows. And of course this is an Attack the Clones figure, so here is him next to the Attack the Clones Obi-Wan, the Attack the Clones Anakin Skywalker, which I believe both of these do have reviews out. No, Anakin doesn't yet, he will be out in the future, but Obi-Wan does have a review if you do want to check that one out. And the Attack the Clones Padme as well, looking really, really nice all together. Hopefully we do get more Attack the Clones figures here. Next year, 2022, will be the 20th anniversary Attack the Clones. It's one of my favorite movies, and I'd love to see what new figures we can get from it. So yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to give this guy a 4.5 out of 5. He's a pretty good sculpt overall. Of course, it does have a few problems with the elbow pads possibly breaking, and the knee pads being on the top of the thigh rather than the bottom on like the front of like the shins is kind of where they should be, top of the shins there, or I guess bottom of the knees, whatever you want to call it. It should be on the lower part of the leg, and you know, it is a little bit of a problem. Hopefully Hasbro does find a way to fix this in the future, but honestly I don't think it's, you know, that big of a deal. So I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I think everything else is great. It's a huge improvement over the old clone body, and definitely one of my favorite clone troopers at all, because that Phase 1 plain white just looks super clean. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.